James, how can I best financially prepare for buying a home? Good question. I've got 5 things to consider. Some of them you may have heard of before, some may be a little bit new for you. So first of all, obviously a down payment. If you're financing a home, most buyers do, they're not paying cash. Think about your down payment, whether that's 1%, 0%, or 20% or more. Obviously, the more you can save up, the less your mortgage is going to be and the less your monthly payment. So number 1, save up for your down payment. Number 2, budget for your closing costs, typically 1 to 3% of the purchase price. Most of those are what we call lender closing costs, or the money that it costs to get a loan. Think about it that way. Third, moving expenses. Sometimes people forget that it costs money to move, whether it's getting a truck, hiring people to help you out, hiring a company to do that, or paying your friends some money to help you out as well. Also, just time. It takes time to move. It's sort of a time suck out of your life, and so that's something that you should consider as you make that transition. The next thing is having an emergency fund as a homeowner. Let's say you've been renting and you haven't had to pay directly for a toilet or a furnace or a roof. Those have been baked into your rental payment every month, but now as a homeowner, those are your costs to assume. And so saving up for an emergency funds, some folks say 3 to 6 months of living expenses, or 1 to 2% of the value of the home. But that can really vary. You may be buying a brand new home where everything is brand new. You're not going to have any big ticket items for a while. But let's say you're buying a home that's 15 to 20 years old, and the roof is 20 years old, and the water heater is 20 years old, and the furnace is 20 years old. So you may need to really hit that savings account really hard to stockpile for those upcoming expenses. Finally, be prepared for your taxes to go up. Yes, year over year, we've definitely seen that dramatically in the last handful of years. But also when you buy your home, typically the county sees that. Well, they always see that, but they typically will reassess it to a higher amount, which means your taxes are going to go up and your escrow is going to go up. So be prepared financially for an increase in your taxes from the day that when you buy it to the following year.